Oh, yeah, he'll do that. He'll scavenge.
That's funny.
He'll scavenge the rest of the
You
burger.
scavenger.
Of course I'm gonna eat the goddamn burger. I don't know who made them, but they were fucking delicious. How you doing, gentlemen?
Good.
Chance not doing too hot.
I'm great.
He's got fucking monkey pox.
Yeah, Gage.
Playing footsie with me already?
Yeah, sorry, Daddy.
Jesus.
You think it's allergies?
Yeah. They're harvesting the goddamn
Yeah,
beans.
it might have been fucking bad too.
Does everybody have allergies? What the fuck?
I think so. Because shit did not get better taking cold medicine. So I
You
don't
know
think
what?
it's cold. Usually my colds get better when I take some cold medicine.
Let's
You are
pretend that
I just watched foam roll down your fucking...
Let's pretend that did not happen. Hold on. There. But
Yeah, now it should be good.
I think that
Yeah?
allergies, I don't think they were like such a big problem. We used to live in the woods and shit, but now we're spraying all kinds of weird chemicals around and shit. Maybe that's what's fucking us up, is the air pollution.
The air does fucking suck.
Whatever it is, fuck off.
You guys seen the fucking Hurricane Allen stuff going on? And
I did. Cletus McFarland took his helicopter down.
yeah, I saw that shit.
Really?
Dude.
Yeah.
There's a whole
Fucking
video?
sick. Yeah.
How long is
He
it?
was just kind of wearing his helmet cam. He wasn't really making a video.
Delivering water to people.
There's a lot of people that like are stranded. They basically can't get anywhere. They're fucking
Roads are blocked off.
like,
Both
the
in
whole
and out.
interstate like wiped out.
Still to this day?
Mm-hmm.
This just happened.
God damn.
This was like last week,
Yeah, this
week
is
and a half ago.
like North Carolina,
Yeah, Georgia and
almost
Florida.
Tennessee and whatnot.
I saw a little bit about it, but I didn't look too much into it.
Basically the southeast coast.
The Cletus McFarland video was pretty cool. He like got his rebuilt helicopter done and immediately took it to go like fucking help. a bunch
Drop
of people.
water and
Yeah.
everything else. Yeah, took
That's
people.
badass. I want to be able to
The
fly a
video's
helicopter one day.
That'd be sick.
I'll show you the video. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah. What was that? So how did that port stuff start? How did they transition into the fucking?
Well, because it's all union ran, so it's all the union workers or some of the union workers are going on strike because they're not getting paid enough and the conditions aren't what they were. So right now they're shutting down ports in New York and like our major international ports.
So what did I see that they were putting like automated workers at ports and stuff?
That's been an increase over the last couple of years, right, Chance?
I don't fucking know. I just know that like
I thought you were saying something.
it's a tough situation when you look at like the outcome. It's like generally they'll get like it doesn't matter. Generally they either get the outcome or they don't. But the fuck thing is it makes shit more expensive for everybody else every time.
Right.
Like that's the reason cars are so expensive because the auto industry went on so many goddamn strikes for so long.
Yeah.
It just jacked everything up. You gotta pay the workers more, then they gotta make shit that's worth more so the company can keep their margins. They want the numbers to keep going up. If the workers gotta get paid more, they gotta make more money.
Yeah. I'd be curious to see how long we last on the strike before either something changes or we start running out of shit.
Why wouldn't they just automate it all? Instead of why don't they just? If I were a company and then I were just like had a lot of money, I'd be like, hey, I'm just gonna buy all these automated workers, fuck all the real workers. I'm just gonna fire them all, and then people are out of a job.
I don't know if it's possible yet.
I don't know.
You don't know if it's.
And if the numbers are right now we're losing $4.5 billion a day
Really?
because of the ports being shut down.
Word.
I'm about to ask Grok about these goddamn ports.
Because
Grok will
it's
tell me.
like all the cargo trucking companies and everything like that moves all those goods from the ship
They're
to
not
the
getting
grocery
nothing.
stores. They're not getting anything.
What's happening
Grok, what the fuck is going on?
at the ports, bruh?
Is it like an AI?
Yeah.
It's Twitter AI, it's Elon AI.
Oh, shit.
Based on information
You gotta
available.
pay for it though, I figured that out. You fucking pay for that?
No.
No? How
Wait,
do you get to it without
I
paying
might.
for it?
I don't
I tried to get to
Go
it,
to
they
his,
said
like,
I had to pay for it.
I might, but it says nearly 50,000 members of the International Longshoremen Association have gone on strike, affecting ports from Maine to Texas. This action has led to a substantial disruption in the flow of imports and exports, which could result in shortages and increased prices for consumers. Wages. It's basically what the fuck you're saying.
Increased prices for consumers and increased wages.
Scarcity of goods in general.
Yup. So why the fuck don't they just pay these motherfuckers more? Oh, it's the economy. So the company itself can't do anything.
It's greed. They just want to
Yeah.
make more money.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
They can keep the price the same. It's just they're gonna make less money.
The union workers have a little bit, or not union workers, union employers have a little bit more of a play with how much they can pay their people versus what they're making. Same thing with like lower, or like smaller level
That is a genius
commercial
idea.
industries and shit like that.
I don't know. It's the fucking government, dude. It's all lies. You on?
Sure.
You don't pack Zins very often, do you?
I have it at my house. I used to when I was
Can I rip your
working
puffer?
an office job. Yeah.
Your inhaler?
When I was at fucking Pritchard's, I would, just because didn't smoke in the offices.
Zins are fucking awesome, but either I gotta get rid of my tonsils or the Zins are fucking my throat up and I got some fucked up shit going on.
Just farted.
Okay.
Back in business.
Alright.
My apologies.
That motherfucker's a pain in the ass. That's why I don't
Nah,
like touching with
the
it.
thing is,
Note to self: do
I've
not
seen-
throw the Zins.
yeah, but I've seen these microphones on Facebook Marketplace for $15.
Yeah.
There's probably a reason behind that.
Well, I think the court, they probably don't wire the... Let's Google this. Where are Yeti mics made?
Grok is fucking
I'm gonna Google it.
China. It's 100% China.
That's what I'm thinking. It's probably some cheap bullshit. China.
Is it?
Yep. With some also being built in the United States. Yeah, my fucking dick and balls.
The display models.
Yeah, exactly. They're building the fucking boxes. What? Putting the boxes together.
The pizza boys that $1,000.
Well, shit.
So what time did you leave work today this morning?
At like 8. I got there like 7:30. I was like, I'm going home, man.
Felt like shit.
Yeah. I was gonna tough it out, and then in the car, I just like got lost. It.
Shit.
It's convincing, bruh. See, I usually have that.
So I set everything up. I was like, this. I just started being like, all right, good luck.
I usually have that inner monologue within like the first 5 minutes of me waking up. My brain, I'm laying there with my eyes closed, and I'm like, do I get up? Do I get?
Yeah.
No. I was flipping back and forth, being like, should I call him? I was like, nah, I shouldn't call him. I was like, let me just go and see how I feel once I'm there. Like, maybe I'll be all right.
Yeah.
And then I got there. In the car, I got like a little bit nauseous too. And I was like, I don't know if this is just me being tired or what. And then I was like, all right. I got there and I set shit up and I was like, Jesus Christ. I'm all stuffed up and fucking pissed off and tired. I was like, my job is to talk to people and be nice today. It's like, it's going to be so fucking hard for me to do that. It was hard yesterday. I was like, I got to do it again and I feel worse. And I looked at Craig and I was like, I don't know if it's the beans or if something's going around, but I'm fucked up. Because he was the one that pointed to it. Literally across from the auto shop, there was a fucking combine harvesting beans, and you could just see the dust cloud rolling up. And I was like, oh yeah, that'll do it.
That'll fucking
rolling right towards the shop. I was like,
Calvin kept sending me pictures of you the other day.
Yeah.
It's like he
I'm
said
gonna let
like
Cody
four.
know I'm here.
He said that? Why?
He came out and hung with like another one of the regulars at the shop. He like came out into the shop and like sat at our table. You've seen like that table.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Got a cigarette from me?
Did he have a good talk with him?
I think so.
That's good at least. Calvin's a great guy. He's just lost sometimes. I understand it because I'm completely lost sometimes too.
Chance.
You are Chance. Very proud of you for knowing that.
So what's your mental you're going through now, Cody?
Right
What's
now,
going on? Yeah.
I just been chilling, man.
Right now it's trying to stay off of alcohol. That's like the main thing.
Yeah, but I don't really want it anymore.
Good man.
Like, I don't really feel... I know it's here, but I don't really feel a pull to it. I used to feel a pull to it, like I had to drink it. Just because everybody else is drinking.
Yeah.
But, like, when have I ever done anything else everybody else is doing? You know damn well I never did. So it's like, why do I do it with alcohol?
Start now, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. But today I was just fishing and shit. I caught some fish and ate it.
Yeah, I saw that on your story.
Yeah, there's a lot of food in the forest. If you know where to look, you got berries and mushrooms and fucking... You got fucking fish. And if you know how to hunt... Bro, that's what I was going to tell you. In fucking... Right outside Manly... Or right before Manly, actually. Right outside Mason... There's... I don't know if you knew this. There's an archery range. And I want to get a... I didn't know this. I want to get a bow and arrow for that shit. Because if I can start growing some mushrooms and do bow and arrow, I'll be just fine. I just need more things to do.
Oh, yeah.
Keep my mind busy.
You got one?
What?
A bow?
My dad's house, yeah.
Compound?
You practice?
It's been a while.
Yeah, I was going to say, me and my whole family got recurves when I was like 15. And we did archery until I was like 17, 18.
That's pretty badass.
It was cool. And we lived in the forest too, so it was like... Shot in the forest and everything.
You never fucking told me that. You're supposed to tell me everything, goddammit.
Sorry. If you wouldn't have tipped out so early, I could have showed you the bows and everything and fucking left the house.
I know. Because I had to get back here.
Deer hunting a few times.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Catch anything?
Oh, yeah. With shotgun, not with bow.
Bow is tough, dude.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do with the bow, because...
But bow, you can do it in a lot of different places, too. Like, you can do it near houses and shit sometimes. Like in
it's a person!
Area.
Yeah. A little bit more in town regulations.
HOAs will let you go in and shit like that.
What's that?
Homeowners associations.
Like a group.
The cunts of the neighborhood.
Yeah, no shit. Fucking neighborhood watch.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, those motherfuckers.
Basically Eastbrook.
I only ever did pheasant with like a 20 and a 12.
Okay. I did muzzleloader.
I couldn't just sit. That's the fucking problem.
See, I like to sit.
I couldn't do it. I did it with my grandpa like a couple times.
Yeah.
It wasn't for me, man.
Would you trek out into the like mountains and shit? Like you wouldn't backpack out in the mountains?
Just out into the country, like fields.
No, I'm saying like, would you enjoy that? You think?
Oh yeah.
I'd go to Colorado.
Me and my mom.
Hunt some elk.
Yeah, we haven't done elk hunting, but me and my mom have done like hikes in Colorado and shit. That shit's pretty fun, especially like flat irons and whatnot.
I want to go hike out somewhere and hunt. That'd be pretty.
Shotgun in a backpack and a dream.
Oh yeah. I used to go boar hunting every year in Texas.
You know those are normal pigs.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild? It
Yeah.
takes 2 weeks for them to become that.
Would you catch and eat them?
Yeah. So
Would you ride them?
There was a ranch that
Crash
we'd go
Bandicoot?
to.
Ram.
And they'd have 12 or
Naked
13
cowboys.
stands.
In the showers.
Pause.
We'd pay for it every year, and we'd go out there for a week.
Oh,
They'd
On
pay,
like a ranch?
or they'd make us fucking. It was 2 or 3 guys who owned the ranch.
Yeah.
They'd come and then they'd make us 3 meals a day or 2 meals whenever
That's
we were
crazy.
there. And then they'd drive us out to our stands and fucking drop us off, and we'd sit there.
Good luck. We're gonna send them your way.
Yeah, well, the feeders there, they go off
okay.
twice a day. So I mean, it's a little bit easier.
They're
but
on a route.
yeah,
You got like 2 hours.
but it's still
Yeah.
fucking 200-300 pound, 400-500 pound
but that's
boar.
dope. Yeah. Light them up.
AR-15.
Me and Thomas were thinking about how much easier it would be to fillet a dog than a fish.
What the fuck?
What?
The dog
Is he
was being-
Haitian?
Listen, the dog was being
Bring
bad.
dogs and cats in Springfield.
The dog was being bad, but listen, if you're like filleting a big animal, you see all these giant bones and shit. You may not know where like the meat is, but you see all the bones.
You ever
and
see
shit,
somebody
at least.
do a chicken really good? Some people got a chicken. They got a chicken down pat where you can fillet it. Like you get the whole
where it's flat?
like a
Yeah.
rotisserie thing. So
So-
you just like cut leg, cut this, cut that, breastplate out. Like you get the back meat and everything. Some people can do it without wasting a hand motion.
Hell
They
yeah.
can just like
For the boar, everything that we'd kill that day, or for the morning or whatever, we'd bring back and we'd gut everything
I bet that
right
was so
then and there.
good. That was
Dude.
so good.
And then it'd all sit in a meat rack in a trailer.
Yeah.
And then we would drive it back with us to Mason. And then a week or so after we got back and we were all settled back in, everybody'd get together and we'd quarter everything up and split it up between everybody. Said everybody to get some
That's
hog
pretty
meat
nice.
to do whatever you want with it.
Yeah,
Boar
yeah.
sausage
That's
and
pretty
fucking
awesome.
boar sticks.
I think that's the best fucking way to get your food.
Oh,
like
yeah.
by yourself. But the problem is it
It's more
takes so
satisfying.
Yeah, it is more satisfying, but it takes so much time. That's the problem. Like fishing today took like 5 hours for a tiny amount of fucking fish.
Dude, I mean, if you get into hunting, like actual hunting.
See, that lasts a lot longer, obviously.
A whole deer, if you quarter it and skin everything right, that shit'll last you a while. It makes a backstrap, fucking steaks.
Make a pocket pussy
jerky
with it.
Venison jerky.
Jerky.
That is like the best jerky I've ever
homemade
had.
shit.
Yep, that's always the
so
best
good.
fucking jerky.
I used to sell it
Homemade
when I was in
venison.
middle school.
I used to sling jerky too. Yeah.
You guys are fucking jerky slingers.
Yeah, dude, people buy that shit by the bag. Adam Hudson bought that
$5.
shit by the
Oh,
bag,
yeah.
bro. All
Adam
the
used to sell
time.
candy and shit.
Hell yeah.
His ass was crazy.
Everybody was hustling back in our day, man.
Mm-hmm.
Had to.
Yeah, because nobody else was giving us money.
Fuck no. Our generation is so 50-50. 50% of us who actually
Work our asses
yeah,
off.
work for the shit, fucking want to do better, and then the other 50% is like, I'll maybe get it eventually, or it's going to continue to get handed to me by my
Yeah,
parents. for the rest of my
comfortability and
life.
contentness.
Yeah, a lot of people
Yeah.
are dreamers.
Complacency. It's fucking.
Yeah.
They're just dreamers. They think that they're gonna manifest something.
A lot of safety
Without
nets
working.
around those people.
Yeah.
Well, I love my parents, but I feel bad now, like, as much as I rely on them.
Yeah. I get it. Where the fuck's my pension?
Can I hit that? Por favor. I was fucking fishing today, and I dropped my Benjamin into the
This one is
goddamn
the
lake.
No way.
Yeah, I was fucking just chilling there, and then I looked down, and I'm like, no
Fuck.
way. And I saw Blue just sitting there, and I was like, this motherfucker. It
He
was just
texted me
sitting
that.
there.
He texted me that. I didn't even skip a beat. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. 100% you would do that. That's the 1-to-1 THC to CBD one, so it's not super strong. And it kind of tastes weird. It tastes weird, I think, because it's 1-to-1. It's half CBD, half THC.
Penji was just sitting there taunting me in the
Yeah,
water.
I bet it
could
was.
see it. I'm like,
How full was the cart?
It wasn't that full. It was
Okay.
that black one you gave me that a long time ago.
alright,
Yeah.
Did you guys watch the vice president debate
No.
last night?
Fuck no. I don't trust him anymore just because I found out that the fucking co-host of the presidential debate was Kamala Harris's sorority sister.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of. I watched it.
And the
just for
college
shits
they
and
go
giggles.
to, the college they both went to, you have to be invited into.
Oh, nice.
So you have to get. It's not like you're just getting in. You
Yeah.
have to be invited by whoever the fuck runs that college to get in there.
The Illuminati.
Yeah, exactly. And then on top of that, she was the only one. She wasn't being. Trump was the only one being fact checked in that one. And then her earrings, bro. When they said that she was wearing those microphone earrings, you remember that?
Yeah.
Well, I fucking saw a video where she answered the fucking phone call on the same goddamn earrings. She's like,
Damn.
hold on, I'm going to talk to these guys about baking while you're on the phone. And then she's fucking started talking about recipes and shit. It's kind of crazy.
Last when I watched it yesterday, just for shits and giggles, and I was bored. They had.
I don't like you anymore.
They had fact checked JD Vance a lot more than what they were doing for the other. I forget his fucking name. Waltz. Yeah, Waltz.
How old is that Walls guy?
He's an old gentleman.
He's the
Probably
guy
Hey,
responsible.
Cyrus.
60s, 50s.
Hey, Siri. How old is Tim Walls?
Uh-huh.
60? That dude's about to die.
Yeah, he's the guy.
That's like
he's
Trump.
the guy that's like semi-responsible for Minneapolis being as violent as
As
it was.
fucking
with the-
ridiculous as they are.
And it gets a little more ironic because he delayed calling in the National Guard. Turns out this motherfucker was in the National Guard for like 24 years. And then it gets a little more ridiculous when he's talking about trying to ban weapons of war and claiming he was in war. And then it comes out that he was never in war. He was
Yeah.
only deployed and he only trained with it. It's kind of like
Yeah,
you're
but
kind
there
of
was-
a weirdo, bro.
I don't remember the age. I don't want to say the wrong thing.
And then a lot of people are comparing like house prices in Minneapolis, trying to say that's good. They're like, look at this decline in like the average rent, and the decline is right at 2020 when George Floyd and all the protests started. And it's like, yeah, rent doesn't get cheaper where people want to live, guys.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I should have more. I don't have anything for Vance though, so now I sound like a Vance head.
I don't even know who Vance
But
is,
they're-
to be honest.
He's Trump's guy.
Well, I know
During-
that, but I haven't looked into him or nothing.
Me
During the
neither.
debate,
Vance
it's-
also hasn't been in combat. That's what the thing about both of them is they're both veterans without seeing combat.
Yeah, Vance went to Iraq He went to a deployment there.
Yep.
And it wasn't.
No combat.
I don't know. It might have been a combat
Are
zone.
you technically a veteran
but-
now?
Yeah.
That's pretty badass.
I guess.
You can say it.
Whatever you wanna
Oh
call
my God,
it.
I served this goddamn country.
It
I'm gonna
never
go.
matters shit. So it's just like, yeah, I served.
That's kind of nuts.
Thank you, officer.
Woohoo. Fucking. I don't know what his name. JD Vance.
My bad.
No, you're fine. It seemed like they were agreeing on a lot more points than like.
That'd be nice to see if they were agreeing.
Yeah.
That'd be sweet.
They were. I mean, yeah, they were pretty much. I agree with each other on
Yeah.
good points. I mean, it wasn't so much of a debate as it was.
Discussion.
Yeah.
Nice.
But the fucking reporters were pissing me off.
Yeah.
But that's.
You got a waterfall down your arm?
They were probably Waltz's sorority sisters.
It's pretty badass. I had the same idea, but from like coming down,
Folks, what the
Now
fuck
we're gonna
is
get
going on?
fucking
I wanted to
flagged
go
for
up
nudity.
to like down to this eyeball and then like crying down
Oh,
onto
shit.
something. That's what I was thinking. That's pretty badass though.
Thanks, dude.
I don't know what you guys were talking about. I got lost in Blair's tattoo.
No, we were losing our thread.
Where did you get these done at?
Studio 65 was one.
Oh yeah, that's where I got this one. They do a good ass job there.
Mm-hmm.
You need to get tatted up, Mr. Chance Ellis Nilsson.
How much did that one cost you?
I don't remember.
Do you remember in yours?
The whole arm? Oh, God.
Nah, just do you remember individuals?
It was all pretty much sessions. I remember this was $100. It was my first tattoo.
Gay.
Yeah, that was my first. That was $100.
That ain't
But
bad.
I probably have over $2,000 into my arm.
What did
Yeah,
it
I think
say?
I remember you
I
saying
didn't even
that.
read it.
All
I
paid for
just
the sins of
fucking.
one.
I do like that.
Yeah.
I was just staring at it. I don't know why. My brain sometimes it can't interpret words. It just looks at them as like symbols. It's like, what the fuck is that?
Chance, you just look fucking lost, man.
I'm tired, bro.
He's tired today.
I'm sorry,
He
buddy.
needs
You're
quick handy when we're done with this thing, and then he's going to bed. It's the only reason I go to the gym. He makes me. I don't even want to. He just makes me go to the gym. He's like, you give better hand jobs
Do
when you go to the gym. You need to work on your grip strength.
Kegels.
Fuck is that?
Flex your fucking ass and balls.
What the fuck?
That's what Quagmire does in Family Guy at the gym.
That show's always gonna be goated.
Yeah.
That one fucking video that I showed you on the mom whose fucking daughter was a fox or pretended to be a fox.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Therian or whatever the fucking thing is.
A lot of fucking kids are thinking they're animals now. It's kind of weird. Well, we are animals. I think it's a
Yeah.
disconnection. I swear to God, it
You
is
think
because,
so?
yeah, because how often do most people think that? Oh, I'm an animal. We kind of separate ourselves from we look at dogs as dogs, and we don't really look at it
Do
as
you think
who's
that has
counting all
to
the
do?
people?
Do you think that has to do with society standards of who you're meant to be today, or is that just a fucking off a whim?
we do have different standards for animals.
This
we can
person
lock
thinks
plenty
he's a
of
fox.
Well, yeah, because I think that evolutionarily we are animals, and we just don't think about that because we're not taught about our evolution and how we got to this point, and we're actually taught sometimes to abandon it and that it's not true.
Well, so I get if we're talking the evolution, I see the monkey.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see the fox. I don't see the giraffe.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I
It's a
don't see
mental
the fucking-
problem.
Yeah. So where
It's
is
a
that?
disconnection. They want to be an animal, but we are an animal. That's the disconnection.
So if everybody started going around and saying they were monkeys, would
well,
that?
we don't have to because we are.
But I mean, hypothetically,
Mm-hmm.
everybody goes around saying that they're monkeys because we evolved from monkeys. Is that then societally okay? Or where is that line of
Well, we can say we came from monkeys. That's fine.
Yeah, but I mean,
there's a difference between coming from monkeys and acting like one. Ideally, right now, as we built all this shit around us, we act better than our chimp primate ancestors, but we kind of don't. Sometimes we act worse.
So is it people backtracking to them?
I think so.
Okay.
It's like mental backtracking. And it might be, in my head, just because I like psychedelics, I think it's like a mental... Listen, in my head, if psychedelics help to build our brain into what it is now, then taking them out of the brain will help revert our brain back to a chimp-like brain, because have you watched Chimp Crazy?
I haven't.
It's kind of crazy. It's on HBO. It's nuts, bro.
Chimp Crazy.
Yeah, it's about crazy. People who love to own chimps and shit.
Okay.
But they always get fucked up because they think that the chimps are like humans, and which they are. They can do a lot of things, like they can use the toilet. They do a lot of shit that humans do.
There's some fucking circus acts.
Yeah.
But the archetype of a person that owns a fucking chimpanzee is a fucking retarded person that thinks they won't, like, that they're not as strong as they are, that they're not a fucking monkey. And I also want to add...
It's a completely different thing than what we are. We have no muscle.
I also want to add the point that, like, a lot of these people that think they're like a fox or some shit like that, they might be traumatized to a point where life is so hard for them to deal with that it's a lot easier to just pretend that you're a fucking animal and go around and deal with life as an animal, where you just can do simple animal shit and not have a human process.
It's just
because life is so overbearing sometimes.
That's what I was saying. It's a mental problem.
I don't understand. Like, I understand that life can be fucking whatever shit in its own wonderful, mysterious ways.
But being a fox, though.
But how do we get to that? Where the fuck did that come from?
It comes from the immaturity of that kid. The kid is fucking 13. It probably just has like a...
But I mean...
It's choosing its favorite animal. It could have chose anything.
I just mean in general. Who the fuck was like... Who the first person was just like, I'm going to be a fox today. I'm going to start posting.
Well, haven't you ever had that thought? Haven't you ever, like, watched a dog and you're like, damn, I wish I was a dog? They just lay there all day.
Yeah, but it's never...
These people just took the extra step and did it. And it's kind of respectable to a sense. They're like, fuck it. I am a dog
to being a dog.
Yeah, they're just committing to that shit.
It's so crazy. It's just
it is crazy, but
I don't know. My mental, me myself on a mental fucking whatever I am, the mental platform the three of us are on.
You're a consciousness, buddy.
Yeah. I
Boner Island
can't see that ever fucking happening. Like, how do you just stoop down?
It's because you're not traumatized to the point where your life is that hard to deal with, because you've processed your shit. These people have shit that is so hard to process you probably couldn't even like fathom trying to go day to day with it.
But is it really that?
I would bet it's a good portion of it. It's probably not all that. There's probably a few out there where there's just no rules that apply to them. They haven't probably grown up with like any sort of discipline or like logic or honor, and so they're free to just pretend and use their imagination all day. Basically, they never have to face reality.
Yeah.
Well, that's my thing. Is it's like a collective trauma. That's what I've learned a lot about trauma. Is right now is when we're learning how to deal with mental issues, and that trauma even is like, we just recently learned trauma is a thing, like PTSD and shit. Like they used to call it shell shock just because they didn't know what the fuck it was. But the point is that trauma gets passed down from generation to generation through genetics, like it's epigenetics and shit. And through like how, even if it's like, okay, your dad got fucking, his dad was an alcoholic and he beat on his son, and so his son's an alcoholic and he beats on his kids because he thinks that's how he raises kids. And then that kid, it's just how it passes on. How you get raised and how you pass it on. Maybe you leave some things out, but even if you don't beat your kids, say, you might yell at them still, and that's still traumatic for them because we're fucking giants to them.
Then all that shit happens to you. You grow up, you hit about 20, 21 years old, and then now
bullshit.
You're left with like basically a blank map. You have all of these things. You have little nodes on this big-ass blank map, but in order to figure out who you are as a person and process them, you have to connect all of them and make them make sense, which means processing through all this bullshit trauma that's been passed down from generation and how you were raised.
And it's not linear.
Nature and nurture. You're allowed to basically from 20 on for the rest of your life, you're trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
It's not linear at all either, because sometimes you have a dream about
It's all
something
over
that
the
you
place.
didn't
It's
even
all
know
over
you
the
were
place,
thinking about
yeah.
something, but you had a dream about it. And your dreams are usually subconscious thoughts just bubbling up in your brain because you don't want to think about shit sometimes. Or you're thinking about it in the back of your brain and you don't know you're thinking about it, but you're thinking about it. Like,
Yeah. I mean, like, I didn't have a terrible childhood by any means, but it wasn't great.
see, the thing is, that's why I like Dr. Gabor Mate, because the thing is, people say that, and then
Yeah,
if
but
you
you don't-
describe
yeah.
it,
You don't know if you were like left alone in a crib to just cry.
Yeah.
Basically, it's like
Right.
even
what
if
he's
like
about to say.
let's say your parents were there for you 24/7, but like they didn't like look at you. They didn't like look you in the eye ever. That fucks you up.
I mean-
like if you never look your kid in the eye, that'll fuck them up.
So, like, I understand.
Kids require like 100% full attention, like full presence, like you can't waver in it. And it's so hard to maintain, and that's why it's so hard to raise kids, because
Yeah.
you got to be there every day, and we can't really provide that for them anymore because we have to work and shit. But that's what it kind of requires. It's like you kind of have to just be there as like a core structure for them to look at and be like, okay, this thing's not. It's like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Like, we look at it and it's beautiful, but we know it's not going to fall over even though it's leaning. That's kind of how we have to be. Like, sometimes it's like how the Power Now talks. Our life situation is like the surface of what's going on, but you're always like content on the inside. You know what I'm saying? Because like shit's always going to be going on out here, but on the inside you should have to fucking be like, all right, I guess it's fucked up, but this is it. We're going to deal with this fucked up bullshit.
I guess I just
That
don't
makes sense.
remember much of my childhood before.
That's why it's hard to say whether
Yeah.
you did or not.
And the thing is, even if you ask like other people, it's just their perceptions,
Yeah,
and
you never-
memories are flawed, like we
Yeah.
talked about. It's kind of hard.
Theoretically, you would have like an omnipotent perspective of it.
You need
Yeah,
like an
I mean, I
alien
can-
watching and recording everything.
I can, and that's where like I can empathize with the not having the greatest.
Yeah, with the
Growing
Fox
up.
girl, basically.
Yeah, but it's like where does that come out of it? That's where it doesn't make any sense.
Well, let me
to
ask you a question. Have you ever been told to go to your room when you were a kid?
Yeah, all the time.
What did that teach you?
You were fucking wrong, and your parents just had
Why?
the power. You didn't know.
Exactly.
Just because your parents told
They
you.
don't
to.
tell you why you're going to your room, and they don't tell you why you're wrong. They just send you to your room to think about everything that just
Yeah.
ruminate on why you're mad and shit. That's not like your parents don't love you.
Yeah.
It's just like
I
they
will
didn't
say,
know.
My
It's
mom,
hard.
my mom was really good about being like, "This is what you did wrong,"
Mhm.
and that was throughout my whole childhood up until even now. She's like, "This is where you're wrong, and this is where you can fix where you're wrong to be not wrong.
Mhm.
And if you do X, Y, Z, you're not gonna be in the fucking timeout corner that you're in right now." And I mean, that's how I learned.
Mhm.
My parents were very straightforward and not beat around the bush with, you can sit in the corner and fucking think about it.
Mhm.
My dad smacked me. My dad slapped my ass.
My
Man,
dad
it
would do
was
the same shit.
Fucking, I learned because I was forced to learn. And if I
Mhm.
didn't fucking learn, I was gonna learn
Mhm.
one way or another. It wasn't go off and be by yourself. I did that on my own interim
Mhm.
because of the bullshit. But it didn't, nor would I think it would have ever, even in today's, like if I was growing up in today's generation, I still don't think I'd ever look to that. It's
Well, the
like,
thing
I don't-
is, what you got to remember is these generations, it's kind of like us growing up with YouTube and shit. Imagine how many like fucking dead bodies and
That's
fucked
fair.
up shit. We've been like bombarded with all this shit since we were fucking
Well,
children.
and
And so we have like
technology.
even a warped perception on how reality is to like older generations and shit. Like the older generations at my work look at me like I'm fucking retarded because my phone's basically like always in my hand.
Yeah.
Like and it's just how we are.
Well,
it's how our generation is.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. Was fucking technology these days is so much more impactful in the younger generation
Mhm.
than what it was when we were kids.
Well, I
didn't
was
have
thinking.
my phone till I was fucking John Adams.
I was thinking on a podcast. I think the last one I did by myself. My nieces number one thing they hate, and I told Chance this the other day. One of my nieces was carrying around a dead iPad for comfort. Like, she just told me it made her comfortable. It wasn't on. It was just completely dead.
Interesting.
So I think that generation, their number one fear is getting their devices taken away. So they like turn into crack addicts, bro. It's like when we get our fucking drugs or something taken away, we're like freaking out. But with them, I think Neuralink is going to be a no-brainer, is my point.
Dude.
Because why would they want their device outside of their body when they can put it inside and nobody can take it? Now it's always there.
True.
Nobody can steal it. It's right there in your head.
I mean, I look at my 2 youngest siblings, like, when they walk through the door from school, it's immediately, can I get on my tablet? Can I watch a show? Can I play Xbox? Whatever.
And then you got people like his sister that already know Chinese and fucking shit like that.
Crazy.
If you get a Neuralink and somebody like that, that's a super genius.
How old's
it's
your
gonna
sister?
be crazy.
She's 10 years younger than I am, so she's 12.
It's wild.
Okay, so your sister's 3 years older than my youngest older brother.
She knows French and Mandarin.
It's wild.
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
And I mean, my youngest brother is a little on his spectrum.
Aren't we all, brother?
Well, I mean, like, legitly. But my sister, who's the youngest, I mean, she is just a fucking
Whiz.
ball of sass.
Oh, jeez.
No,
Bro,
she's a little fucking
how old is she?
shit.
I'm gonna go swap my card up.
I want to say 7, maybe 6, maybe 5 even. She's in school. But she's just a fucking sasshole.
Bro, your brother's, what, 11 or whatever?
Youngest brother is 10. Because I've got 6 siblings between my dad's side of the family. I've got 2 siblings over there. One is 10, and the other is 17. Both sisters. That's on my dad's side. And my mom's side is my twin brothers, who are 17. The next youngest brother, who is my stepdad's kid, him and the youngest girl are his 2 bio kids. The one is, I want to say 11, 10 or 11. Maybe even 9. Fuck, I'm terrible with numbers, dude. And then my youngest sister is between like 6 and 7.
So did you watch a few of them go from like childhood to like teenage years?
Yeah, my twin brothers, and my 2 youngest sisters, I watched them grow up.
Isn't it kind of wild, like how they shift? Because
Oh my
like
God.
when you're in puberty, it's like when you get taken over by all those like hormones
Yeah.
and shit, it's completely different. But when you're watching it,
When
you're
you're
like, holy
observing
shit,
it, yeah.
this person's psychotic. They
Yeah.
think they're smart. They think they know what the fuck they're doing.
No shit.
No. My niece thinks she's the smartest fucking thing on the
That's-
planet. And she is for her age, she is very smart, and that's what gets her in trouble, and that's what got me in trouble too. It's what gets a lot of fucking smart people in trouble. We know we're smart,
Exactly.
and I'm not like trying to pump myself up or nothing, but we know shit.
Exactly.
So we're like, what the fuck do I got to do all this bullshit for? When you could do like school, you could always just do enough. And that's what I noticed.
That's
You
how
do
I was
enough,
all
and
through
you
high
get
school.
through. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
get a C, and everybody's like, woo!
I didn't give a fuck my senior year, dude. It was.
Thank you, Johnson.
What GPA you graduate with?
I had a 4.0
Faggot.
my freshman year through, I think, junior. And then I think I graduated with like a 3.7, 3.6.
I think I had a
2 B's and a
3.9.
C my fucking senior year. But I graduated early, so it was just the last semester.
I think I had a 3.9 for the longest time, but then junior and senior year it dropped to a 2.9 because I stopped trying. I'm like, fuck this bullshit. I always did good in math. I loved math. You tell geometry. Geometry fucked my whole shit up. Cause I'm like,
You didn't like proofs?
none of that shit made sense to me, and it still doesn't. I fucking had somebody else do it.
It made sense to me back in the day, but if you stuck that piece of paper in front of me now, I couldn't tell you a damn thing.
You remember Caden Paskey?
Yeah.
He's the only reason I passed geometry class.
Really?
And Miss Foley. Miss Foley. Shout out to Miss Foley. Miss
Dude,
Foley, ever
Foley
seen
was
this
a
video?
dog.
You're a fucking legend, Miss Foley.
Foley was awesome.
She's a fucking legend. She always will be. She's like a school mom. Same with Miss Dannon.
Yeah.
They're
I had
badasses.
her my freshman year.
Freshman year?
Yeah, because I took geometry freshman.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't pushed ahead.
I didn't have a math class senior year. Because I took whatever classes before geometry. I took that.
Algebra 1?
Yeah, I took Algebra 1 in 8th grade with Keeney.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
When she was teaching that.
I was dicking around too much for them to put me in the advanced
John
classes.
Adams, I was fucking doing everything. I was a brainiac.
They thought I was retarded. They're like, this kid is...
But fucking freshman year did geometry. Sophomore and junior year I had who's the teacher that died? Dwayne Bowski. Yeah, that's his name. Bowski.
He died?
Yeah, dude. You
How?
know
No.
Cancer.
What the fuck?
Cancer thing or whatever. I think it was cancer.
I think I remember I kind of remember a teacher dying, but
yeah.
I probably just didn't.
It was the
worry
year
about
after
it
we
back
graduated.
then. That's wild.
Um,
He died after we graduated?
Mhm.
Oh, then I probably didn't see it.
Yeah, I just because I was friends with Carson.
We fucked it up again. Chance is tired, and I'm kind of tired too, to be honest. It's been a long ass fucking day.
It's been a long week. What's Wednesday, boys?
Oh yeah. I haven't done anything really this week.
New York tomorrow. Oh shit.
What are you gonna do there? You gonna pick up a transgender biddy?
We're gonna see some family. I haven't been out there in fucking 8 years.
You're gonna get mugged or something. There's all those migrants there.
I'll mug somebody.
Do you have your concealed? Well, you don't. Well, do
I
you?
don't even think you can
For New York, it's insanely hard to get it.
Yeah, and I don't think you can transfer concealed out of Iowa to New York.
You gotta know a fucking lieutenant or something.
Yeah.
Lieutenant John P. Bickle Chicken.
I got
Trans
clearance
like
like
that.
that.
All right, gentlemen, let's fucking end this thing.
Good night.
I love you guys. Bye.
Let's have a good night.